In this video, we will take a look at the data that SolidCam sends to the add-in and how to properly load and use this data. When setup sheet is generated through SolidCam, in the CAM part folder of the part that you are using, a new folder called doc is generated. If we open a CAM part folder, here we can find the doc folder. Inside the doc folder are stored all the necessary data for the setup sheet template generation, such as tool pictures, operation pictures, machine screenshots, setup sheet pictures, and many other data. But among all this data, SolidCam will also generate one file called d.xml. We can open this file by using Notepad++, and then by using a plugin for the XML tools, we can use a pretty print to show all the XML structure. Here, as you can see, it contains all the variables that you can output in your setup sheet add-in. If a variable that user wants to output in the final document does not exist in this DXML file, this means that it is not yet supported within the template generation. This d.xml file, along with the whole doc folder that you can see here, is used for the template development and modifications. Once a template is loaded in your setup sheet add-in environment, in the setup sheet tab, there is a source data button. Clicking on this button will open an interface to load some existing d.xml file and load all the variables in the setup sheet add-in environment. Let's add our DXML file. Go and find our folder, and we copy this location, and we can paste it here. By clicking on this green button, we will load all the variables that are contained in our d.xml file. Now let's try to navigate through all of the variables that are used in the DXML file. Now if I expand my tools, I can see that it is showing first index out of 12, which means I have 12 tools in my XML folder, in my XML file. I can see only the data for the first index, or the first tool that appears in the XML file. But what if I would like to see all of the tools, all of 12 indexes? I can do that by right-clicking on the CAM part data and showing all values preview. Once I do that, I will see all the indexes appear here. So I can see that for my index 8, or my 8th tool that appears in the XML file, my angle of the tooltip is 118 degrees. Let's try to search for a variable called assembly catalog number. We can go and type in assembly, and we can see that we can search for a variable. But what if, for example, we want to search for a particular value, such as this one, 00007. Let's try to type it, 00, and we can already see that nothing appears. Why? Because our filter currently is turned on just for our variables. But by right-clicking on the filter button, you can check the values, and you can also check all indexes. So we are checking all of the indexes that appear in XML file for the string that we are typing. So now if we try 00007, we can see that it marks 7th index here with the red color, and we can use this variable by simply right-clicking and copying the formula to the clipboard. Now you can copy this formula and use this variable in your template definition. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.